The Minister of Power, Chief Adebayo Adelabu, has revealed that over 40% of Nigerians now experience up to 20 hours of daily electricity supply. This improvement, achieved through radical measures under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration, is part of efforts to stabilize and enhance power distribution across the country. Adelabu has highlighted the installation of new power plants, the Zungeru hydroelectric plant, which increased the national generation capacity to over 14,000 megawatts, with 5,500 megawatts being actively transmitted and distributed. And he emphasized that reliable power supply is critical for Nigeria's economic and industrial development. Of over 40% of Nigerians are currently enjoying steady supply. That's what the minister said. Does that really result to us? Does it mean that we have gotten it right with electricity, Dandy?
Over 40%. Okay, I don't know the criteria at which the minister arrived at that. I don't even know how he got to that extent. But generally, there are some areas where we can also say electricity
is steady.
Yeah, it maybe has improved. I won't even say steady because even the band A area, you can't even have it.
But he said steady. He said 20 hours. Those were his words.
That's 20 hours is not steady. It has improved.
In Nigeria.
If you say that, but again, if he's saying that, that's why I said I don't even understand the criteria. It could be within the township, because I know very well that in certain rural areas, let me not even generalize. In my own area, let's talk about the Emoha local government area where I come from. I don't even want to say so that nobody will say I'm pointing area. That area have not seen light for about 3 years and over 6 months. They've not seen electricity. They've not seen the bulb have not shined. That's to talk about. So that's why I said I don't even know. And when you talk about it, you're talking about generally a government. We didn't say there have been local government chairmen. Local government chairmen. So if that area, will you also rate that area among, that is to mention one part in the generality of us as a nation. We don't even want to talk about what other areas could be facing. Now, when you leave that area, you go into communities. Something happened within that area. A particular community got the light and then saw it for 4 days. And it went off again. All because of what? It could be power tussle.
That means it was even possible for power to actually come into that.
That's why I said, due to the fact when they brought the light, they said there have been power on that high tension. And then what happened? Along the line, it went up. Probably because they said the local chairman there or the whatever, whosoever, could not agree in terms with the power holding company. Now, that's one. Will the minister go to that area and tell them that power has improved for 40%? That's also not to take away the fact that there could also be areas that power have improved. So, for the essence is this. Can't we go beyond 40%? If actually, even the 40% we are doubting, 40 over 100, that's fair. Should I say an E? We are coming up. But even without 40%, we are doubting it. So more should be done in electricity. Even in this studio, if you rely on power, we'll be out of light. And then we're talking about underdevelopment. We don't even have electricity. We're talking about inflation. We're going to face more inflation if the producers cannot have steady power supply. So the minister should go beyond that. I know it's a federal issue. I don't even know if they've even relegated that power to the states to also provide. But whatever it is, we should do beyond 40%. The 40% is not obtainable. It's not even a reality.
You know, there have been talks about us supplying power to other countries, and a lot of Nigerians, the common man would just normally wonder that what is now going on with Nigeria having steady power, or more than what it actually has been stated. Yes, Frank.
Well, I want to say it is very, very sad that when our political leaders want to issue a statement, they will just give blanket statement as if we don't feel. Telling us that over 40% of Nigerians have steady power supply is not true. what parameter, what indices did he use to come up with the result? For me, when you say steady, means that it's static. It does not go off. That's why I thank God for the way my colleague also said it. When you say something is steady is not moving, not blink. There's not even a blink. It's constant. So we don't have constant power supply in Nigeria. About 40% of Nigerians will say, oh, even Asorok, are you aware? Even go and check the budget of 2023. Fuel generator was budgeted. Are you aware? So if we have steady power supply for 40% of Nigerians, it means there's a high level of improvement. Well, in academics, we say weak packs.
That doesn't sound like you're doubting this statement.
I am doubting because there's not steady power supply. And I also agreed myself to him. He just said also, even what they want to hide under 20 hours. 20 hours, is it steady? What happened to the 4 hours? For those of us who live in skyscraper in America, so 4 hours won't go down. Are you aware? People enter lifts to ascend their houses. 24 hours you'll be in darkness. You can't come down.
You check the time.
The time. That's what we all check how to eat in Nigeria.
But before these statements are made, don't you think that the ministry actually has some data to back it up?
The data they will not make.
And then steps that probably have been taken that then came up with this result.
Let me help you. Like Mr. President said this morning, he's in the office about 16 months now, 16 months, according to him. What is the rural electrification project of this administration? Is it also about only those in Abuja or those in Lagos? Every Nigerian should enjoy regular power supply, constant regular power supply. Like you always say, today the price of diesel is about 1,000 naira. The price of petrol, called PMS, is above 1,000 naira in Nigeria. In Anthony, where I come from, a liter is 1,700 naira. It's not that I'm joking. I'm not falsifying. I'm saying the reality on ground.
In the fuel station or
which fuel station? Is that every place we have fuel station?
No, there's no fuel station.
There's no fuel station. So are there not Nigerians where you have maybe over 500,000 people? Some states, some nations on it are not up to good 1 million people. Are you aware? Some nations that we call independent nation on it, and they enjoy regular power supply. So what the minister is saying is maybe an allusion that we don't know how to make reference to. What is not concerned, the parameter he used is not put to I want to arouse the person he's working for, that is helping Nigerians. Not for Nigerians. He's trying to make you have been told that this administration is about to reshuffle governance. Cabinet ministers, and some people will be told. So everybody want to tell the public, we are working. For me, just 40% steady power supply.
Over 40%.
It's not true. I want to say
you don't.
But we are, see, hello. Where we go, like you just mentioned, a minister or a church minister, like a pastor from Nigeria, went to the Benin Republic and said he saw regular power supply in Benin Republic. And when he asked how come, they say it's Nigeria that is supplying them. Because they hold on to the contract.
All right.
So for me, let me land somewhere. I know we are not trying to destroy the image of Nigeria, but let us also
let us
also take the truth that for now in Nigeria, there is no steady power supply. We need government can do it. We have the facilities, we have the resources.
All right, let's bring Dandy in.
There is something came to my mind. The minister is maybe he's in Abuja and all that. So probably the government, whether the state, local government or federal government, should learn to channel its developmental stride towards the rural areas, and then not rate Nigeria or rate Nigerians to be very well to do with what's happening within the city. For instance, something happened. You know, whenever I talk, I want to use my area so that nobody say you're using your own area. He mentioned Andoni and all that. In my own area, there used to be, let me take us a bit, there used to be a health center, not even a general hospital, that has existed over 40 years. My own community, Elela Limini, for instance, over 40 years. So what happened? It got to a time whereby we now started democracy. And then there was no attention was even paid to that general hospital again. To an extent, government forgot about the general hospital. And then also forgot that there used to be a mortuary in that general hospital. Yeah. So what happened? At the time they came up with one politics that I don't even understand, where somebody who is in government, someone in government, people in government could come up with such politics. And then forgot there used to be a general hospital there, went back to that place and said it is now kidnappers den. And then, to make it worse, they went to that place. Even the local government chairman then and others went to that place and said they've discovered dead bodies. And then, to the surprise of the community, they went back, they said, they had to snap it. Media, thank God for the media. They came up and said, this place is a mortuary. And these are dead bodies that could not be claimed. This place has been turned to forest. Currently, even as I'm talking to you, it took the effort of the community to explain to the government that their own general hospital is dead. Now, as I'm talking to you, the whole of that LGA, you can't even boast of a general hospital. So anybody can just come out.
The whole of the LGA. The
whole of the LGA. You can't, in fact, for that community, there's no one. Not even one. In fact, the only one there was even when I tried and met effort. The local government chairman then, Tom Alezi, I can also specify it. I met him, I said, what are you doing? Even your community does not have this. And he told me boldly he was going to make up with the then community chief, and then a rent, even if it has to do with a health center. He started, the next one that came, he started to an extent, he roofed it, left office. The next one that came said, no, this was not the standard, this is not a good standard. De-roofed it, and he still de-roofed it now. As I'm talking to you. So, what's my point? How do people in that area survive? And somebody can just sit around Abuja and also rate it that the health center in Nigeria is good. Oh. Just like the Minister of Power is now sitting in Abuja to now rate it that the electricity is everywhere. So it is good to get back to the rural areas and know what the people are going through before you can now say Nigeria is all is well with Nigeria.
Can I just add something?
30 seconds, Frank.
I will do.
It's counting.
I grew up in a village. Up to today, we've not seen electricity. Yes, today, my village is motorable. You can drive from Port Harcourt, maybe in the next 2-3 hours, you can get to my village. Call it Andoni. What happened to the federal government? This is a Ministry of Power. Then there should be a program scheme for rural electrification project. Not giving money to what they call constitutive project to people to come and deceive us. There should be a proactive way. There should be strategies to actually make it work.
All right.
We have what it takes to make power supply steady.
Thank you so much.
But now it's not steady.
All right, that's for the power sector.